What's up today, my fellow man soldiers? So what I'll be speaking about right now is the best abilities you should put on your team once Madden 21 drops. But before I get into that, what I want to ask of you right now is, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell right next to it to get notified each and every time I upload a video. And if you're liking the content, please go ahead and drop a like on the video. So now let's get into it. Okay, so some of these abilities and so forth I already spoke about. I'm gonna get more into them right now, and I'm basically gonna be speaking about abilities in general. It's gonna be an offense and defense, just to do one whole video on it, just in case you want to basically have this video and you'd be like, hey, I need to know what abilities I should get, and you guys forget, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna be able to break it down to you right now, and if anything new comes up when it comes to abilities or X factors and so forth, I will let you guys know more about that. But right now, I'm gonna tell you the best ones right now that I know of that are out, that they're talking about, that they just released, so anyways, let's go ahead and speak about the first one. Here we go right here. The first one, as you can tell, which is on Tom Brady. Like I said, once again, I want to stress the fact it doesn't have to be a Tom Brady unless Tom Brady is the only player that has it, right? But just know, an Ultimate Team, there will be other players who carry these abilities and X factors and so forth. Just so you know, when it comes to the pro reads though, as you can see right here, I'm not a big fan of it. I really don't care for it, right? So we're not really going to get into this. But what I will be talking about is these abilities. One of the main ones is Hot Route Master. If you're able to get a QB right out the start with a Hot Route Master, automatically you're already going to have an advantage. But most likely, if they do release someone, which I don't believe Tom Brady will have it right away unless you're playing franchise. But an Ultimate Team, what I believe is going to happen when it comes to Tom Brady is, eventually, as he gradually gets upgrades, he'll eventually be able to get the Hot Route Master. That's what I'm going to believe. But however, I will also say is that they might release like they did this last year, right? When it came to Madden 20, they released a Theme Dime Master with Kurt Warner, and he was like the only one that got Hot Route Master, right? But he was worth like millions of coins, so it ain't someone that you're probably gonna pursue right away. But if you're able to get him, that'll be one of the ones with Hot Route Master, because passers with this ability have access to 4 extra hot routes during pre-play adjustments. So that's a good thing. You'll be able to put any of your receivers, even your halfbacks, on a hot route right away, like unique hot routes that they're able to have, without even your halfbacks or your receivers having to have abilities themselves. That's what I like about it, because it gives complete control to your QB, and I like that a lot. Another thing I like is Conductor. Conductor, passer with this ability, can make all hot route and blocking adjustments twice as fast, excluding audibles, right? So what I like about this, before you hit the line of scrimmage, you're already be able to do 2 of your hot routes right away, even with your blocking and everything. So as soon as you hit the line of scrimmage, you're ready to snap the ball and go ahead and get the ball off and do whatever you gotta do. That's what I like about Conductor, because you're able to get things done, like I said, twice as fast. Okay. But right here though, like, once again, this is for people who like pocket passers. But if you don't like pocket passers, there is a QB for you, just so you know. This is for those who like pocket passers, which is I'm one. But like I said, this is a great ability to have, right? Especially if you have a mobile QB. But most likely the mobile QBs are not going to have that, right? That's just usually the con of not having a mobile, or not, that's just a con of basically having a mobile QB, I should say. Anyways, so the next one is going to be Lamar Jackson. If you like a mobile quarterback, then these are going to be the best abilities to have on him, right? One of them is going to be Escape Artist, right? Passers with this ability are faster and more responsive to user input while rolling out of the pocket. You guys already know what this is. A lot of you guys have it. If you guys don't, just know that when it comes to Escape Artists, they're able to maneuver a lot faster and cut through and basically evade the defender when they're coming at you. You'll be able to run a little bit better and get the ball off faster when it comes to this Escape Artist. That's why I like it. Fast break and tight out, I really don't care about this. It's cool to have. But the other one that I will say, I mean, especially if your mobile QB is able to have it, is Jukebox or Evasive, if it's available, right? That's one thing I want to stress. It didn't say nothing about Evasive right here, but if they do have Evasive, you'll be able to better have juke animations as well as spin animations. That's what I like about Evasive. But if you can't have Evasive, Jukebox will work just as effective, and it's better at helping you evade the defender too when you're out there trying to run with the ball and then juking them out their brains, right? So on your mobile QB, it'll be Jukebox and Escape Artist. And we'll get into the halfback right now, right? Because these are one of the things that's going to be going on in halfback too. So that's just for your mobile QB. All right. So on both, so if you have a pocket pass, remember it's hot rod master, it's going to be conductor, right? And for your mobile QB, it'll be jukebox and escape artist. If you can't get jukebox, of course, it will be escape artist. That would be the best thing. And then roaming deadeye, right? Or something like one of those other abilities, especially if it was just as effective as it was in Madden 20. When it comes to your halfback, this is going to be one of my favorite ones right here, right? Like I said, once again, if they release evasive, which is going to give you jukebox as well as better spin moves, then I would recommend you to get that. If they don't right out the start, then you definitely want a halfback that has jukebox, because it works very effective. The cuts are very, very nice, which you guys are well aware of, and you'll be able to get a lot more done and make a lot more touchdowns with having jukebox. But on top of that, right, so let's go ahead and read it what this is for those who may not know. Ball carriers with this ability have steerable juke animations, basically meaning that when you cut through, it's going to be nice, fast, and you'll be able to evade the defender a lot better. The next one is energize, and the reason why I like energize is because when you're out there juking, 9 out of 10 times you're losing a lot of stamina, right? And you get a little bit slower. While with energize, what happens is ball carriers with this ability will replenish a portion of their stamina upon successfully performing any skill move. So when you're out there and you're juking, you're gonna get a little bit of that stamina back, so you won't get as tired as you would, right? And once again, I will be going more into detail about this energizer, so stay tuned for those videos. But I'm telling you right now, this ability right here is great to have. I was mad that they didn't bring it back to Madden 20. They had it in Madden 19, and I'm glad they're bringing it back to Madden 21, because this is one ability that I really wanted on my halfback especially, and even on my receiver, or even if a QB has it, right? That's very good to have, right? But especially on your halfback, because he runs so much. All right, so the next one is going to be this, right? Especially on defense, it's going to be off the top. Of course, X Factor is going to be blitz, especially if this is going to be activated very fast, which is when they enter the zone, all opposing blockers have their resistance bars wiped out, right? So that is basically going to be a guarantee sack, or a guarantee, guarantee to break through right through the D line once this is activated. But when it comes to abilities, I will go after El Toro, which is a new ability, and it says defenders with this ability will receive dominant bull rush wins when their pass rush points are full. So if you don't know what pass rush points, right? So let's go back over here. I want to show you something real quick. I made this, I saved this little clip right here because I want to show you. You see these little points right here on this actually O lineman right here? Okay, so this is what they're talking about when it comes to points. This is what I'm assuming, right? Because this is something new that they're introducing. So if this is the rusher and he's coming in, you see how he has these points right here? If all his points instead are full, apparently they have to be full this time, right? They're introducing something a little bit different when it comes to it. When it's actually all filled up, which is probably gonna be like four or five of them, whatever the case may be, then he's gonna be able to run right through and be able to sack the quarterback, right? I'm not saying he's going to sack the quarterback, but he basically gonna be able to run through that line of scrimmage and put a lot of pressure on the QB. If not, most likely sack them, right? So this is what the points are right here. This is what I'm assuming, because this is new that they're having in Madden 21. And when I played the beta, this was actually on the linemen and other players, and on the defensive linemen. So just keep that in mind. So that's really what that is when it comes to point, if you guys were wondering, right? That's why I wanted to make sure that I saved this little clipping just to show you guys. All right, so that's going to be El Toro. Inside stuff, I'm already worried about it, but El Toro will be one of the ones. Another one will be Edge Threat Elite, or Edge Threat if they offer it again in Madden 21. I don't know if they're bringing it back, but if they are, I think they are bringing it back, right? Then that will be another one. El Toro as well as Edge Threat will be two of the top defensive abilities to put on your squad, especially when it comes to your D-line, right? All right, so this is the last. Okay, so this is what I want to speak about right here. This is when it comes to your middle linebacker, but I'm going to speak about when it comes to your safeties too, when it comes to this ability. This is one big thing I'll stress. First of all, have a player that's going to be able to have avalanche, right? When they enter the zone, Then when they enter the zone, any successful hit stick made while running toward the line of scrimmage will result in a fumble. You definitely want to have it. And it says make hit stick tackles. I think you have to make like 3 of them, and it's activated, right? That shouldn't be that hard to do, and it's going to be a major OP X factor if it's that easy, and it is what it's saying it's going to do, right? But even if it's not, or even if it's hard a little bit to activate, the main thing you want to have on top of that is Enforcer, right? Because Enforcer guarantees defenders with this ability don't allow broken tackles when hit sticking ball carriers, regardless of the runner's size or ability. Or size or power. So this is guaranteed because right at the onstart of the game, it's an ability, so it's already activated. There's nothing you have to do. It's already on your player. So I would recommend you to get a player more so on your safeties that have Enforcer on it. But for some reason you can't have a safety, a linebacker will be just as good. But like I said, on your safeties, I would recommend this on a strong safety, free safety. Honestly, both of them. If I'm able to have them, I want to have my free safety and my strong safety with Enforcer on it. Even if they don't get Avalanche, I want Enforcer on it, right? But I would like to have the Avalanche. But if I had to pick between the two, I'm going to be honest with you, I'd rather go with Enforcer because I know it's already activated on the onstart of the game, and I don't have to do much else, right? Because it's already activated. So let's go through them once again. So when it comes to your abilities for your QBs, it's going to be Hot Route Master, Conductor, right? Especially for your pocket passers. For your mobile QBs, it's going to be Escape Artist. And if you're able to get Jukebox or any other little abilities like that when it comes to running with your QB, them are the abilities you want to get for your QB. When it comes to your halfback, which I would encourage you guys to get, looking for a good halfback, Energizer, Jukebox, or Evasive if they have it to offer. If not, you want to make sure you get Jukebox, right? When it comes to what was the other one? Oh, when it comes to your pass rushers, you want to get El Toro, Edge Threat if they're offering it, and be able to have Blitz. But if you had to pick between the two, between the three, be El Toro and Edge Threat. Them were the ones that when it comes to your D line. When it comes to your coverage defensive guys, especially your safeties, you want to have Avalanche and Enforcer. But if you had to pick between the two, I would go with Enforcer because Enforcer is very effective, just like it was in Madden 20. Pretty sure it's going to be much more effective in Madden 21, and it's activated on the onstart of the game. So that's what I'll go through. That's what I'll recommend when it comes to abilities. If you have any other abilities you feel that I should mention or look into, let me know. But these are the ones that I'm going to go after once Madden 21 drops. So anyways, I'm going to leave it right there. If you guys like what you see, drop a like. If you guys think sub to the channel, there will be more great, amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm out.